Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be learning React JavaScript. So if you guys are familiar with plain JavaScript, make sure to watch this video. So first, this video is mainly for people who are struggling with React and need help. So I'm going to show you some things that are in plain JavaScript and how to turn them to React.js. So let's continue. So first thing we're gonna look at is event listener, or first thing we're gonna make is a text, and then we're gonna create a button. So as you can see here, it's showing a text and a button, and then this other thing else. So I'm gonna show you how to do this in React. So first let's delete this, we don't need it. And then you go to your terminal, and then you write npm create v latest, because you want to get the latest version. And then it's gonna ask you for the project name, which I'm gonna say learn React, and you're gonna pick the React with the cursors, I mean the arrow keys, and then you're gonna click on JavaScript only, and we're gonna go to the project folder, this is the one you see right here, which is learn React. And then we are gonna need to install some package or files. So it installed the node modules and stuff, and now we are gonna run it with npm run dev, and then you can click control and then the localhost. And as you can see, this is a React app and it's already made for us, so I'm gonna delete some of these because we don't need them, and I'm gonna also delete this file. Delete everything. And so in React, the source folder contains the important parts where you change stuff. So we have the main JavaScript. You don't need to do anything here, except if you want to add Bootstrap or some links. But the main thing is the app, which will be containing the components. So first, let's import React, and then we're gonna make a function which is gonna be app, and it will be returning a div of app, and we need to export it, which we're gonna do export default app. And then right here, if we refresh, you can see the app text is showing in the website, which is this. So the rule in React is that you can't have multiple elements in one function. So let's say you want to do let's say you want to have another div inside this, it won't let you and it will cause an error. So you can do empty tags, or you can just contain them in a div or do what's called a fragment. So you can do these things, but remember you can only return one parent element. So yeah, so now we're gonna be making the components. So let's say we want to make a navbar right here. So we need to make a navbar component. Sorry about that. So we're gonna create in the folder, we're gonna create a folder called components, and inside this we're gonna be having the components files. So the first one is navbar.jsx. Make sure to always name your file in capital. The first letter should be capital always. I'm gonna import React. I'm gonna create a function, and we're gonna be returning one parent div, and it's gonna contain the nav. So the first thing is home, second thing is about, and we don't need this. I'm just gonna delete it, and we're gonna export this navbar component so we can use it. Make sure to add the default, and then we need to import that the navbar from the file. So to the app, import navbar from components that components slash navbar, because it's inside the components folder. And then inside here, if you want to see the navbar, you have to do navbar and then self-closing tag, which will show you this, and it looks good. So next I'm gonna be showing you event listeners, because that's important. So in React, let's say you want to have a button that says hello, and you want to add event listeners. You can do this in the same way as the plain JavaScript, but it's better to do it this way I'm gonna show you. So let's say you want to say hello on click, and you're gonna do you're gonna call a function when this button is clicked. So let's say handle click. We're gonna call this function, and this function will be made before the return, and it should be outside of the return. Handle click alert hi. And now if we click on this, as you can see, it's alerting us, which is great. I mean, if you're making the class and not the function, then you need this keyword, because it's really important. Otherwise, when you click on other buttons, let me show you. Let's just say as you can see, if I get another button and on click, we don't need on click for this one. Let's just say nothing button, and if we reload it, as you can see, it's encountering problems. That's why you need to call it with this So now it works great. Now if you add, even if you add another button, it should work right. So the next thing we're gonna learn is how to use states, which are gonna be important in React applications. So to use state, we need to import use state from React. And when we're using a state, we need two things, and those are the first one is the data, and the second one is a function that's gonna store to the data. So let me show you some examples. So let's say you want a counter. So first let's add a counter, and we're gonna have count, and the second one is gonna be set count because we want to set the count, and this is gonna be using a state of 0. And right here with the curly braces, I'm gonna call that count, and when this is clicked, I'm gonna increase the set count to previous count. Now if I just delete the alert, I mean this is not a easy way of doing it, so I'm gonna show you an easy way. So let's say let number equals 0, and then I can set the count of the number plus 1, or I can just do this number, and it should look the same. The problem is when it refreshes, so when something changes, it refreshes, which is gonna make it go back to 0. So as you can see right here, it's going back again, which is annoying. So you need to use the previous code I showed you, which is this one, which is gonna set the count. First it gets the previous, then it returns the previous and then added 1 to it. So that's how React works. Then later you're gonna be learning use effect, use context, and then use ref and other stuff to work with React better, so you don't have to use that get element stuff, and it saves you some times and it's easier to work with React. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a great time.